once again, we're coming to you from Terrebonne Parish. We're with Matt Rueckert. Matt's the CEO of TITA here in Terrebonne Parish. He's been doing a fantastic job of getting trailers out. When some of the trailers across the street at the Civic Center were not mobilizing, Matt and his crew were mobilizing here. They moved right here at the Chamber of Commerce location. That was their staging ground. So, Matt, thank you for joining us, and great job.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having us, Martin.
Yeah. And you got some trailers loaded up. We're going to follow you today to location. So where are we going today?
Yeah, so today we're going to go down in Pointe-au-Chien, and we'll get into some hard-hit areas. But like a lot of these, I don't do any of the vetting. We're relying on our community partners to do that. And so this will be the first time we've met this family that we're going to. So,
let me ask you, because this isn't in your job description, but I talked to you a few weeks ago, and you were gracious, and you were helping out different people in the community, and you were doing it with a spirit that people are supposed to do this with, and you felt you were fortunate, you were going out and you're doing this and making it happen. What does this do for you internally when you get to deliver a trailer?
Look, there's just like anything, there's good and bad. So when you're delivering the trailer, and y'all get to see this, it's, you know, you're solving their biggest need, and we're over 100 days past the storm, and so these people have now been doing this for months and months and months, and so to solve that need, I think sometimes it's overwhelming for them, which, you know, makes you appreciative that you can do the work. You know, on the flip side of that, though, is every morning I wake up to 4 or 5 Facebook messages, people begging because they're not getting help from FEMA, they're not getting help from the state, they don't know what to do, and so, you know, you got to weigh on that too, because you can't solve everybody's problem. We were kind of trying to form a program that stands in the gap, but that means we can't do, you know, all of the need in the community.
Right. How involved is this? And then I guess the second part of the question is, now that we've seen all these tornadoes spawned in other parts of the United States, this may be some of the last trailers we see.
Yeah, our original goal was 70. What we're hearing from the market and some of the owners of these RV stations is that realistically, we're going to have to start pivoting to some longer-term recovery efforts because the market just isn't there to continue to purchase. And so we're going to try to continue this through the end of the year, maybe deliver, you know, 8 more or so. And then, you know, we're also talking about what phase 2 and longer-term recovery and business recovery looks like as well.
Yeah. And how does this affect your overall job? I'm sure that, is this part of what TITA does, or did y'all just expand it because of the situation?
Yeah, so it's expanded a little bit, but, you know, we work in economic development, and so when we got together with all the business groups that are partnering with this, you know, we pretty easily made the leap that if you don't have people with stable housing situations, then you don't have employees, you don't have jobs. You can't recover the economy. And so that's kind of how we got here. Do we want to be housing specialists? You know, I'll tell you that no, we don't. But I can tell you from seeing, you know, post-Katrina, post-Laura now, if you don't have the housing situation figured out, you don't recover as an economy. And so we're going to continue doing some sort of recovery efforts probably for the next year.
I'm sure you've been networking with other people involved. Who are some of the people we're going to see in Pointe-au-Chien when we go that have been helping you with the process?
Yeah, today's delivery was set up with Helio, but we've been working with Catholic Charities, the Hash Foundation, the NAACP, all the tribal entities to help make sure that we do this equitably, because we know after disasters not everything is distributed evenly, and so we knew it was kind of symbolic to start there. But frankly, we couldn't have done this without them. I think when people look from the outside and see me hook up to a trailer and drive it down, you know, they say, well, we'll just call Matt, he'll get them a trailer. It's not that easy. We have folks that know their stories, who have vetted these folks for, you know, sometimes weeks, to make sure their need is real, and these are some of the most needy folks. And so, you know, without the work that they're doing on the community level, without the funding partners, frankly, we wouldn't be doing any of this.
Yeah. All the trailers, I see you hooked up to one. We're going to be following you to Pointe-au-Chien. Are all of them pretty much the same in nature?
No, they vary as much as manufacturers. So we've done some new, as few as we can, but we have done mostly used trailers. And when you're buying used trailers, you get kind of what the market provides. And so That's part of what we do with the staging areas, where we do a little bit of testing, but then we also have a little bit of inventory on hand so that if we get a call for a big family, we can grab a bigger unit. If we get a call for, you know, an elderly couple that's in need, they can take a smaller unit with one bed in there, and we can go. And so we try not to waste space that way. But it's pretty much done in real time.
And I know you've been working with the parish of Terrebonne on this too.
Yeah, you know, Gordy, President Dove, and the council's been great. We've tried to keep this as apolitical as possible, but you know, their foundation has done really good work. The Bubba Dove Foundation has followed us a lot, helping to provide some other resources. But the real critical piece is that, you know, because they fund us year in and year out, and we're able to do this work and have some credibility in the space, once something happens, we didn't have to go prove who we are or have that sort of discussion. People trust us to do the work, and so we were able to kind of pivot pretty quickly. But, you know, the parish has been great.
So, Mary, this is a big day for you. I'm seeing your
yes.
trailer pulling up.
Oh, yes. I'm so happy.
So, Dwayne, let's get a shot of Mary here, because this is her trailer, and it's a big day for you, isn't it?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, I've got the shakes. Woo!
And Matt's pulling up right here. I guess we'll wave him in. And how long have you been waiting?
Oh, seemed like forever. Ever since the storm, we couldn't get help. So, thank God somebody decided to help.
And you got Matt and Reagan out here. Reagan came beforehand, and y'all cleared the path, right?
Oh, yes.
All right. And so it's Mary Douglas, right?
Mary Douglas, yes. I'm from Kentucky.
Yeah, and I know your state got hit hard by the
yes.
tornadoes.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. And sir, what is your name?
Better not get.
All right. How long have you been here in Pointe-au-Tremble?
Oh, I was born and raised in Pointe-au-Tremble.
Yeah.
Got water all around.
Yeah.
I've been living over here like 40-something years, 50 years almost, right there. That old trailer right there.
Yeah.
Went through hell, dude. Caught storm and all kind of stuff, but this one took it all. This is number good now.
This is the worst storm you saw, right?
Yes, sir. That's the worst one I saw in my lifetime down here. It was real bad.
Well, you got your trailer now, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm happy now.
Yeah.
I can sleep good tonight, tomorrow night, hopefully.
Y'all might have one of the last trailers due to the fact that probably a lot of trailers will be going towards Kentucky.
Oh, that's true, because they need help too, so.
Yeah.
I'm happy we got this one.
Oh, yes.
So happy, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm real happy.
It's a good Christmas present, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, it's a good Christmas present. Thank you and all for that, and I appreciate it, though.
Santa Claus is in the truck. Matt Rooker's in the truck, Santa. And Reagan came from the North Pole, too,
Oh, yeah?
to help out. So
That's good.
everybody's helping.
Happy, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad y'all came. I'm
Appreciate
happy.
all of
I
you.
appreciate it, though.
Yeah.
Really do
All
appreciate
right, so
it.
we're going to watch Matt pull on in. Let's we're going to back up a little bit and let Matt Rooker. We're going to show Matt's navigational skills here. And Reagan, this is a great moment, isn't it?
It is a great moment. It's a great moment after a lot of really, really difficult moments, for sure. This is what we've been working for, and a lot more hopefully going forward.
Yeah.
You know,
What kind of feeling do you get when you see those trailers pull up?
these trailers from Matt make me feel hopeful. They make me feel like all the work we've done for the last couple of months, we're finally getting somewhere. Because for a long time, it didn't feel hopeful. You know, we were out here, we were knocking on doors, we were checking on people and helping them in any way we could, but we weren't helping them move forward. It didn't feel like we were getting anywhere. And finally, it feels like maybe we're getting somewhere. And if we can get them in a safe structure, back in their homes where they can actually do work here, then we can see what's next. Okay, so what do we do next? And that's what the Helio Foundation, that's what we do, is okay, so how do we move forward from here? So this feels like that's a possibility.
So Santa Claus just drove up.
Yes.
We're going to watch Matt back it in.
I feel like
And,
maybe he should dye his beard. He should maybe dye everything white, just for the month.
You're getting to see an actual trailer pulled in. Compliments of Tita, working through different agencies. It's a great moment to see this. as Matt Rookert once again is it's a narrow road, and so he's doing some maneuvering. As you can tell, a little treacherous because they got a branch right on the side. Dwayne will show the process here. Reagan's going to show her skills here. Look at that. She's very, very versatile, doing all kind of things to help the trailer go in. And you can tell Matt's backed in a few of these. It's a tight fit, but he's doing great. So Mary Douglas is one happy lady today in Pointe-aux-Chenes as her trailer is being delivered on location. Let's go back to Mary as she's watching. Mary, Matt looks like he did a good job, and that trail is almost home, huh?
I know, thank God.
I can see the joy in your soul.
Oh, yes. This is a very Merry Christmas.
What's the conditions been like? I see y'all home here, and the roof is off and everything. And how has it been living through all this?
A pure, I never seen anything like this. I mean, it was like just toothpicks, pieces of homes that, honestly, I don't know how all that happened.
When you see the trailer pulling up and then your hometown got hit by all these horrific tornadoes, it sort of, it humbles a lot of people, doesn't it?
It does, yes it does. Because I tell you what, you don't really appreciate how much other people do for you until it happens. And then people help you. And then you're just, I mean, thank you just not enough.
Yeah. So you're going to start getting your trailer in order. And are you going to put a couple of Christmas decorations on it?
Oh, yes. We've already got the lights.
Well, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Great. I'm happy for you.
Oh, well, thank you all so much.
All right. And now the whole HTV audience knows that Mary Douglas has her trailer now.
Amen.
All right, this is the moment Mary's been waiting for. Matt's opening the door, so go ahead, Mary.
And I shook that cow over the threshold.
All right, Reagan. So Mary gets to see the trailer. It's a great moment.
That's a nice spot.
All right, Mary.
You did a good job. That's the way I want it, right there.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You did a good job. That's the way I want it, right here.
This breaks my heart. I can't thank you all enough, really. None of you.
Matt, this is
Sort of gives you chills, doesn't it?
yeah, this is why you do it. You know, it's sad that you have to be this happy to have a roof over your head, but you know, that's the situation we live in.
So now explain the agencies again to our audience and how you all are working with Reagan and everybody else to make this happen.
Yeah, so we partnered with all the business organizations in the region, so for Terrebonne and Lafourche. So I think you were talking just a minute ago that just over there you're in Terrebonne, just over here you're in Lafourche, and you know, the fact is it doesn't matter. And so all the regional groups in Terrebonne and Lafourche came together, decided we need to do something together regionally. Right. And so that's the Chambers, SCIA, Bayou Industrial Group, South Louisiana Economic Council. And then to make sure that we were getting trailers to the right people, we didn't want to create another political process. We've seen too many of those already. And so what we did, we reached out to the community organizations like Helio, who are on the ground helping people every day, and basically just told them, you tell us the need and we'll fill that need. So we kind of approach it as we're wraparound services for these organizations that are already on the ground, helping to solve the housing need, where Reagan and Helio and Hash Grant Association, Catholic Charities, they're filling a lot of day-to-day needs, but don't quite have the resources to do the housing component. So that's kind of where we fit in, and this is a great example of that.
All right. So Reagan, Helio, how do y'all do it? Y'all go out in advance and then you sort of take notes on different people, interview people, and then you get back with Matt?
So what we've been doing since about 2 weeks after the storm is we have been traveling all the bayous. We knock on doors. We ask people, what's wrong? How are you, right? The first thing we did was we did a mini grant program where we were putting funds directly into families' hands. The second program was our Float the Boat program, where we help fishermen get back to work. And this is called our Moving Community Forward program. So our goal is to fill the gaps. So there's lots of great organizations doing such important work. So we're trying to see, okay, so outside of all the other things that you're getting, like Mr. Freddie, where can we help? And when we were able to connect with Matt and Tita, that was just a really huge gap that needed to be filled, because we can help him with his immediate needs. We can give him some funds to put in his pocket, because all of this, losing your home is very, very expensive. We can help him. What we're going to do is we're going to help him get his house demoed eventually. But what we couldn't do is get him into a safe structure, and Matt was able to fill that gap. And so we're so grateful that we're able to help in that way. So yeah, we're the middleman, right? We come say, hey, Freddie, what you need?
So Freddie, how was it working with these agencies?
All right. I'm glad she came and see me the other day, and never thought it would work that quick. And did a good job. Though.
You got some great response,
Oh
didn't
yes, man. Yes, sir. I really did.
We liked him. We look, I have to tell you, first time I met Freddie, I was like, oh man, what am I going to do for Mr. Freddie? Because yeah, he's a good dude. And these people, they're not people who are calling you and asking for help. They're people who are standing here in their properties trying to fix what they have.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Yes.
I didn't call nobody for help.
Yeah, but we all know on the bayous, people just pick it up and start working. And so, but this was like Santa coming to Pointe-a-Chan today.
Oh yeah, Santa Claus. Thank you for the trailer. I appreciate it.
So wait, this is from Mulberry School?
Mulberry Elementary Beta Club. They called me probably 2 months ago, and they wanted to do a program, and they asked me what I thought they would need. I said, well, by that time, people should be in campers. So I gave them a list. They fundraised, and then they dropped this off Friday.
Oh,
So we're able to give everybody from here.
Well, that's soft too.
Look, we got pots, we got cups, we have everything.
That's unbelievable. Mulberry School pitching in. I know a lot of schools have pitched in. They're furnishing the trailer and everything. So, Mary, that pillow's soft. You go sleep well tonight. You got to check things out in the trailer. What do you think?
Oh, we got a huge shower. The bed is just wonderful. I can't wait to lay down on it. We got a couch, a table, much more than I could ever dream of. I
Isn't
mean,
it amazing what we take for granted in life until we lose it?
until we lose it, we don't know what we have. And then when we lose it, you really need to stop and thank God for everything.
Yeah.
Because
What do you have to say to Matt and to Reagan and to Mr. Dove, Mr. Chesson, and the parishes for all this help?
thank you don't seem like enough, honestly. But just know that with all my heart, I appreciate it.
Fantastic, Matt. That's from the heart, isn't it?
It is. I mean, I'm getting choked up a little bit, but yeah, I mean, that's the importance of the work. It goes to show you, if you set out to do the right thing, you do it with the right heart, we can actually make a difference without having to go through these bureaucratic processes. Just get the work done, get people what they need, and start their recovery process. I mean, that's what this has to do to be able to get us where we need to be.
There you have it, folks, from Pointe-a-Chan. Matt doing a great job, Reagan doing a great job, and there's a lot of other people behind the scenes doing a great job. And man, I'm glad we came on this trip. We finally get to see a trailer being delivered in actual time. It's fantastic to see it. And Mary, since you just started the show right now, we got 20 seconds left. We're going to let you take us to the commercial break, all right? You say, we'll be right back with more from Pointe-a-Chan.
We'll be right back with more from Pointe-a-Chan.